Canada and the United States, that would really be something. You get rid of that artificially drawn line, and you take a look at what that looks like, and it would also be much better for national security.
Similar comments made last year when Donald Trump repeatedly called Canada the 51st state are resurfacing, as new polling shows some Canadians are feeling uneasy about the Canada-U.S. relationship. A recent online poll conducted by Leger surveyed more than 1,500 Canadians earlier this month. It found 31% believe there is a perceived likelihood of future U.S. military or political intervention in Canada.
This poll was conducted, the week after the events unfolded in Venezuela, so it was still quite top of mind for Canadians.
56% of respondents say U.S. intervention in Venezuela worsened their impression of the U.S. government, and nearly 2/3 believe the motivation was control over oil reserves, not humanitarian concerns. Jack Cunningham, international relations professor at the University of Toronto, says while the likelihood of direct military action remains low, public perception tells a more complicated story.
The history of Trump since he got back into office a little more than a year ago has basically been one of brushing past all the guardrails that we all thought would hold. He's been much less restrained this time. He's surrounded by people who actually egg him on, encourage his worst instincts rather than try to restrain him. And we look at that, we see that instability, and we're right to be a little concerned.
Meanwhile, Torontonians are feeling mixed over the possibility, but aren't too concerned.
I honestly don't think, the United States is going to take over Canada. If they even tried, the rest of the world would come to our defense. And the same thing's going to happen in Greenland. If they try Greenland, you're going to have Europe and NATO, because we're all NATO countries, and NATO will protect us.
I think it's only going to get worse, and Trump does have supporters that really believe in his agenda.
I think he's more focused on the smaller countries or the smaller geographical areas that he can, use his military on. So I think we'll be safe, but I do understand that there's a big fear.
Political leaders have also weighed in, downplaying the idea that Canadians should be worried.
No, it's not going to frighten me. It shouldn't frighten anyone in Canada. What he should be focusing on getting a deal done. We're their number one customer. They're our number one customer.
And it isn't just Canadians. The poll also found that 1 in 5 Americans believe the U.S. could attempt to take control of Canada, a sign that this uncertainty isn't limited to one side of the border. In Toronto, Catalina Gilles, City News.